Hello and welcome into the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. We are looking at the debut record from H.E.R, entitled Back of My Mind, which she released on June 18th. You heard that correctly. This is her debut studio album. It's hard to believe when you consider that she's basically just been cleaning up at the Grammys for like the last 4 years. I think she has 4 of them now. So, I mean, maybe not cleaning up, but she's 23. If you're 23 years old and you're averaging a Grammy once a year in your adult life, despite what you think of the Grammys, I think they're garbage too, but still, all things considered, you're probably doing something very right if you're on that track. Anyway, after numerous singles, I believe 5 EPs, which turned into 2 compilations, cool projects, had some additional material, as well as some of that classic good stuff that you heard on previous EPs. But now we finally have her first record in its entirety. It's massive. It's 21 songs. I don't know if it's being classified as a double album, but I'm just going to go out there and say it. I mean, this thing is incredible, though. I love so many things about her. Her voice is amazing. She has this lovely mezzo soprano and an amazing range, and has obviously the ability to hit those high notes, and does. But I really just like the way she rides through a lot of these songs with just that kind of like deeper, richer, textured aspect of her voice. It's just so sultry and so good, and it works so well with all of these songs. So I'm loving her for that. Love her moniker. She picked that up, I believe, in like 2016 after performing under her own name for a little bit. And the cool thing about her moniker, that, I mean, maybe it's an extension of this, and maybe I could be completely wrong about this, but I like the element of anonymity that's attached to it, and I like the fact that these songs become more about the perspective of women rather than just her personal perspective. I think the themes here, lyrically, a lot of conventional R&B stuff going on, talking about relationships. There's one of the things that I love about her is that there is this level of vulnerability and confidence combined in her voice, in her music, in the lyrical content, and the storytelling that is very human and very approachable and very personable. And I think that's one of the things that makes this record so appealing and so amazing. But yeah, she writes in a way that I think most women can identify through her voice and through her experiences. So, just an amazing young woman in that regard, makes her music so much more dynamic. And she is a multi-instrumentalist. I cannot wait to see her live, because the opening track, We Made It, really highlights everything that's going on in this record, why she is so sick, why she's killing it. You get this 5-minute track. It's stripped back, thick, pulsing bass. There's a lot of contemporary elements, as far as trap is the big one that I noticed, as far as the influence of the hi-hat and some of the drumming elements there. And then this song, I'd say about 3 minutes into it, she just starts shredding on her guitar. Just a fantastic solo. It's her playing, showing off, again, her amazing ability as a musician. This woman is as important as her voice is, and as incredible and dynamic as it is. There's so much more about her music, in terms of her being that musician and providing that element that lend itself to just a level of soul that you just don't see in a lot of projects like this. Another really good example on this record is the song Bloody Waters, which features Thundercat on bass. And for those of you who are familiar with Thundercat, I mean, you can close your eyes. I could put this on random, and within the first 5 seconds, you'd probably know the track. R&B, a lot of programming, a lot of electronic instrumentation there, and there's only so much that you can do with that. Thundercat on bass, especially like live on this particular track, if he happened to do it with her a lot, I mean, there's such an intangible element that only these two people can make happen on stage. I think that's what's really at the heart of this record. What makes it so special and so incredible is, just honestly, just the incredible level of musicianship on her part, and a ton of great collaborations from Ty Dolla $ign, Lil Baby, Chris Brown. Bryson Tiller shows up on this. Definitely saves the song I Can't Have It All, because it also features DJ Khaled, who still to this day has to remind you that he's on the freaking song. I think it's one of the most obnoxious things ever in music, period, history. Like, you throw on one of his records, like you're 4 songs in, you're like, dude, I don't need to be reminded. Like, I'm the one who pressed play, okay? So the one weak spot on this record is that DJ Khaled appearance on the second to last track. In my opinion, I just over the dude. But everything else on this record, beautiful. The music is minimal in a way that really captures that classic R&B sense, but also highlights her voice, its incredible dynamics, and also highlights her musicianship when she chooses to take the reins and lead on guitar or whatever it might be that she's doing. This is a big time vinyl, please. This is an incredible debut record. Kudos to her for just a sensational record, an amazing project. We're getting ready to do the top 5. This is making the choice very difficult. I have a feeling that this is going to slide its way into the top 5 for sure. Please enjoy listening to this record. It's remarkable. Like this video as well, share it, subscribe to my channel, and check out the live show on Sunday nights, and we will see you next time on the Beat Sessions.